So why do I have this? What is this in my hand? So what, Chris? Why do you have this thing? Well, I have this because it's a crutch. It's a crutch. And if you're ever confused as to how to answer a question in an interview, you can use this crutch. And so this little secret I'm going to teach you today, it's so simplistic, but it will save you big time in interviews so you can provide the most impactful answer possible. You ready? So here's how it works. What you do is whenever you're in an interview and you're a little bit confused as to how to answer a question, there's certain things you can do, like repeat the question, especially if it's a webcast. That's what teachers do. Like teachers repeat the question because they're trying to think of the answer. What we can also do is you can use frameworks as crutches or transition words. So you can structure your logic by saying, moving on to, in terms of the bottom line is. And I know it sounds simplistic, but when you throw in those transition words or phrases, so to speak, what happens is you end up providing yourself with more time to think with the answers. There's also structures you can use, in business, we look at certain frameworks like the SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And what that means is this. If you're given a question that's very, very hard for you to answer, what you can do is you can take a step back and collect your thoughts by saying this. Well, that's a great question. Let's analyze it from a strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats perspective. So I'll kick it off for the strengths. The strengths of this business model, or the question they ask, are yada, yada, yada. The weaknesses are yada, yada, yada. Moving on to the opportunities. And lastly, the threats. And if you find yourself rambling in an interview situation, what you can do is you can quite easily just all of a sudden use the crutch of "and the bottom line is." And that way you can ace your interview. So those are just some of the structures you can use if you're stuck in an interview or a sales presentation or whatever. You can also use a crutch to fall back on using a quote. How does that work? Well, for example, you can end your presentation quickly or your answer by saying the bottom line is, as Wayne Gretzky said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And so opening and closing a presentation or answering a question in an interview with a quote works exceptionally well. So my purpose here is to humbly help, if I can, help you all find your purpose when it comes to business. I want to help you all reinvent yourself so you can find what was the reason that you were put on this earth. It takes us a while to figure out what our true passion is in life. It took me to my 40s to realize that my true passion was teaching, and this is all I want to do for the rest of my life. But I really do wish I'd followed my passion earlier and found my why. And let me humbly help you fill that gap as well. You can check out my MBA degree programs. Go to haroonventures.com. We're doing our second full year session now. People are very happy with the program. But that's the whole point of why I do what I do, is to help you find your why.